Satyabama Institute of Science and Technology.
Hello all, this is Dr. Priya Kumari, Satyabama College of Physiotherapy. This video is going to be in continuation with the neurological examination series. The videos already I have taken before, and in this video I am going to talk about the sensory examination. I will be covering introduction, then what are the indications of sensory examination protocol, dermatomes, and procedure how we have to do the sensory examination. Now let us first understand what is sensory integrity. Sensory integrity is the ability to organize and use sensory information. So sensory testing is done to find out the intactness of the sensory integrity. Sensory informations are taken from the environment, from the body, and the central nervous system then processes and integrates the information for use in planning and organizing the behavior. Sensory impairments can impose significant functional limitations for the individuals, which can affect the day-to-day functioning of the individuals. Now let us understand the sensory pathway. First we have the peripheral receptors, then the impulse is taken by the peripheral nerves, nerve roots, spinal cord, and then it goes to the thalamus and then sensory cortex. Localization of the problems can be determined by knowledge of area of skin being supplied by peripheral nerves, sensory dermatomes, and decussation of spinothalamic tract and dorsal columns. Now these sensory informations are being carried by the spinothalamic system and dorsal column medial lemniscal system. So if we talk about the spinothalamic system, we have anterior spinothalamic tract which is responsible for touch and pressure, lateral spinothalamic tract, pain and temperature, spinocerebellar which is responsible for diffuse pain. If we talk about the dorsal column medial lemniscal system, it consists of responsible for stereognosis, barognosis, recognition of texture, two-point discrimination, vibration, and graphesthesia. Now what are the indications when all we require to do the sensory examination? It includes impaired gait and locomotion, impaired joint integrity and mobility, impaired muscle performance, impaired neuromotor development and sensory integration, impaired posture, impaired reflex integrity, and pain. Now the pattern of sensory loss can be in the dermatome pattern, both sensory and motor involvement. If it is there, then nerve roots might be involved. If there is a problem in the CNS, then diffuse sensory impairment pattern will be there. There are also age related sensory changes. For example, reduction of conduction velocity of sensory nerves with advancing age. There is a degeneration of myelinated fibers, degeneration of neurons with the advancing age, and sensory impairment interfere with acquisition of new motor skills. Sensory impairment influences motor performance, so testing should be completed before motor examination. Now there is a protocol to be followed for sensory examination. First, the patient has to be screened for the cognitive aspect, the mental status of the patient. Then preparation of the testing environment is very important. Sensory tool kit should be there present with each therapist. The tool includes items like safety pin, paper clip, test tubes, brush, cotton piece, comb, then you have key, coins, aesthesiometer, small weights of different sizes and different fabrics, tuning fork. Now the patient should be instructed properly and the preparation of the patient is done and the implementation of the test should start. Whatever observations are being found out has to be documented, and we have to keep in mind that always proceed from the superficial to the deep. Superficial sensations are checked first and then we proceed towards the deep sensation and then to the combined cortical sensation. Now dermatomes, what are the dermatomes? They are cutaneous areas that corresponds to the spinal segments providing their innervation. Sensory tests are performed in a distal to proximal direction. It is not necessary to test every dermatome. Most often dermatome charts are being there and their charts are represented with the color coding is there. Each color represents different sensation. During testing, the application of stimulus should be applied in a random, unpredictable manner. Now this is the dermatomal chart which is being presented and the patient's sensory examination is being done and it is marked in the charts according to the patient's response. Now as I mentioned before, sensory system we have to check for the superficial, deep and combined cortical. Superficial sensations will have the pain, temperature, touch and pressure. Deep sensation includes proprioception, kinesthesia and vibration. Whereas the combined cortical sensation includes stereognosis, barognosis, two-point discrimination, graphesthesia, double simultaneous stimulation and tactile localization. Now, for example, if you have to see for the touch sensation, small piece of cotton or any soft textured object is being stroked at the different dermatomal level on the both sides of the body, and it should proceed from the distal to the proximal side, and both the sides are being compared. It has to be done in the dermatomal level. Now this you can see is for the pain. Any pointed or sharp object, the patient is being pricked on the dermatomal level and asked for the response in both the sides. The response whatever we get is compared. Again, it has to be proceed from the distal to the proximal side. Now for hot and cold, as you can see here, we can use the test tubes in which one can have the cold water, one test tube, another test tube can have the hot water, and it is kept across the touched against the patient's body at different dermatomal levels, and both the sides response of the patient is being compared. Now this is for proprioception. Here the distal interphalangeal joint of the patient is being asked to bend, make a small amplitude movement of the joint, and then repeat this with the patient's eyes closed. First it is done with the patient's eyes open, then with the closed eyes, and the response is being asked about the movement of the joint. Now tuning fork can be used to check the vibration sensation. Flat end of any pen or any other flat surface can be used to check the pressure sensation. Combined cortical sensation. Combined cortical sensation functions can be tested only when exteroreceptive and proprioceptive sensations are normal, like stereognosis, graphesthesia, in which any numbers or letters are written in the hand and they are asked which number is that or which letter is that. Two-point discrimination. With the patient's eyes closed, here we used a pair of measured calipers or bent paper clip to touch the patient randomly with either 1 or 2 points, and we asked the patient about the response. Topognosis. Ask the patient to describe or point the various parts of the body being tested. Double simultaneous stimulation. This can also be done as part of tactile testing. With the patient's eyes closed, ask him or her to localize the tactile stimulus. Test one or both sides on various parts in non-rhythmic fashion. Patients with parietal lobe lesions may recognize stimuli only on one side of the body. When applied independently but not recognize or distinguish that stimulus when bilateral stimulus are applied. Now what is the clinical significance of sensory examination? Careful determination of the pattern and type of the abnormal sensation, it assists in the further treatment of the patients. Decreased sensation and sensory may result from disorders of sensory receptors. Disorders of the peripheral nerve can cause severe sensory problem. They may either have an absence of sensation or diminished sensation, or it might be the patient might be hypersensitive as well. So if we know about the sensory problems based on the sensory examination, it will further help us in planning our treatment protocol. Thank you.